The Tapestry of Fate, Chapter 4, Darkane, The Broken Table Tavern. The dragon loading barn sat atop the hill that separated the village from the southern bridge. As the elf led me down the wide, well-maintained switchback road, the village unfolded below like a living tapestry. Slate-roofed homes clung to the slope in tidy rows. Smoke curled from chimneys, carrying the scent of stewed meat, baked root vegetables, and wood smoke. Lanterns were being lit one by one as dusk creeps in, their amber glow dotting the streets like grounded stars. My name's Alan, the elf said as we walked. I'm the foreman of the warehouse back there. What's yours, if you remember it? Darkane, I answered. At least that's what came to mind when I was planning my escape. We rounded another bend in the road. The stone wall to our left dropped sharply into the valley. And why did an Ironclaw clan member have you? Alan asked. I scratched at my head. As far as I could tell, he kidnapped someone that he was demanding tribute for. I think I rescued a girl named Nikki. He was demanding 20 mithril talons. Alan let out a low whistle. How about this, Darkane, he said after a moment. Tell your escape story at the tavern. Then meat and soup are on me. Bet, I replied. That's about the only solid memory I've got right now, aside from a reptilian wolf trying to make me its afternoon meal. We reached the final turn as the sun sank behind the western hills, painting the sky in copper and blood orange hues. Villagers moved through the streets, baskets under their arms, children darting between doorways. I noticed workers from the barn making their way down the road behind us. You likely ran into the children of a mad dragon, Alan said. Draconines, we call them. We deal with them now and then. I nodded, taken in the village. An older woman chopped unfamiliar vegetables outside her home, their scent sharp and earthly, until I spotted a tomato among them. If things are familiar, I can remember, I said quietly. Then something else struck me. I scanned the street again. Where are the young adults? I've only seen children and elders. Alan stopped so suddenly I nearly ran into him. His fists clenched, shoulders hunched. Because of Talon, he said through tight teeth. The young either join his gang or they're killed. Hunt them down, the tiny voice inside me roared with fury. End them. The emotion hit like a wave, hot and violent. I understood it. Part of me agreed, but another part recoiled. I hated hurting people, hated killing, even when it felt justified. Please, Alan said softly, pulling me back from my thoughts. Don't make things worse for us. Just leave in the morning. We'll endure. I hate not being able to help, I admit. He said nothing as we continued. The tavern soon came into view. A wooden sign creaked in the evening breeze, painted with a splintered table and an upturned mug above it. Welcome to the Broken Table Tavern, Alan said. Inside, I didn't see a single broken table, nor any repaired ones. What I did see were tired faces. Villagers hunched over mugs of amber liquid, staring into their drinks like they might find answers there. Only a few glanced our way. You need to help them, the voice whispered again, by slaughtering that gang. Deep down, I didn't disagree. Alan chose a table near the wall. I sat with my back to an empty table and a clear view of the door, apparently a habit of mine. I slid my pack off and casually set the grand cleaver down behind me, one-handed, careful not to scratch the wood. The room went quiet. Alan stared. That blade. How are you holding it with one hand? I hesitated and smiled. That's part of the story. A plump dwarven woman approached. Welcome to the Broken Table, traveler. She leaned towards Alan and whispered, Are we expecting trouble? Only if he doesn't leave in the morning, Alan replied softly. Then louder, Meat and soup for us. My coin's on the bar. She nodded, grin returning, and moved off. I pulled out my comm phone and activated it. As a soft classical piece began to play, a few heads turned. I adjusted the speaker and set the device up right on the table. Before anyone could ask, I spoke clearly. I've got a story and a problem in my head. Hear it, and maybe someone can help me figure it out. The room stilled. It starts with me being tied up by my own rope, head pounding, and someone eating across a campfire. I told them everything. The escape, the fight, Raslin, the hammer. I stretched the battle a bit, built tension, let the danger linger. People leaned closer as the tavern filled. Latecomers demanded recaps, and I obliged. If being a warrior doesn't work out, I thought, I could be a bard. The bloodstain on my tunic helped sell the tale. Even skeptics went quiet, but one man watched more closely than the rest. An old human with a long white beard, wisp of hair clinging to a bald scalp, eyes sharp with curiosity. When I finished, I leaned back. I barely had memories. Bits come back when something's familiar. So far, not much is. I leaned forward. Does anyone know where I come from? Murmurs rippled through the room. I caught words like messenger and omen. Then the old man stood and placed a dagger on my table. Quick. Can you prove your rapid healing? He asked. Without hesitation, I took the dagger and sliced my palm. Blood spilled. I wiped it on my tunic. The wound closed. The tavern went dead silent. The old man's eyes shimmered, tiny star-like flecks dancing within them. Magic, I assumed. No pillars, he whispered. None at all. How are you healing? My blood contains microscopic machines, I said. Medi-nanites. They repair any damage done to my body, even poisons and diseases. The last bit of information just popped into my thoughts. Blank stares. Does anything here use electricity? I asked. Vandarin and Glitterstone City does, a woman said bitterly. They use people to sacrifice with their dark magic. I frowned. Then understanding clicked. Running copper wire through a magnetic field creates electricity. No sacrifices. But high currents can kill. That's too simple, someone scoffed. The old man raised a hand. You've slain an Ironclaw clan member. Their creed demands your death by one of them personally. You don't know where you come from, and neither do we. He smiled slightly. A friend once told me there would come a time I'd need help, and I'd help in return. He slid coins onto the bar. Come with me to the library in Brethelia. I'm Sid, former tutor, minor arcanist, and hunter of documents predating the Great War. Stone Golem shouldn't be any trouble for you. I didn't hesitate. Sure, I got nothing better to do. We left the Broken Table Tavern with questions hanging thick in the air. As the door closed behind us, the villagers' murmurs rose again, quieter now, but hopeful. I didn't understand their hope, but I overheard the word messenger again, something that didn't feel right with me.